Okay, hello. Again, we are doing something in IonRadiant, and I don't actually know where to start. Let's see. So what I was hoping to do today was to continue with the previous room, like, continue with this. Except that I actually went so far ahead that like doing all this kinds of stuff and I didn't record it at all, so I'm like, what should I do? By the way, if you're wondering how all this looks, we could go and try to launch the Daikatana. Let's make the Daikatana windows slightly more smaller. Let's see. That sounds about right. Now you guys can see it as well. Fuck the music and stuff. Okay. So, by the way, let's do one change here. So much more better. Okay. By the way, if you're wondering why there is music now here, it's because, I actually lied to you when I said I don't know how to make the music. The problem with the music is that you have to manually make a triggering box that enables the music. And that's just big no. Usually there is some kind of world spawn flag which you can enable to make music. And I also forgot something else. Talk about something else here. But yeah, I went so far ahead with this thing that I don't know. It's probably not serving the purpose anymore. Like, we can do all this interesting stuff, like all these lights if you want, and all this moving transparent waterfalls and these complex particle effects like which you can see here, and all this dynamic light stuff, which is pretty cool to be honest. And we have the smoke effects here, or fog effects, mist effects, whatever. We have the falling rain and round tubes and shit. Yeah. There are lots of stuff you can actually do. It would be better if I just show you that all this kind of stuff is possible, because you can then go on and think about yourself how to make this happen. But what we have here is the simple flares, and we have complex shapes here. That's probably the most important part. And by the way, we can make this breakable if we want, but I haven't done so. But yeah, it's this kind of small room. And for example, now if you take a look here, we have there the SK complex shapes. As you can see here, with these basic settings you can have now pretty fairly standard particle effect. Something that emits just smoke and shit. And what else? We have the... Yeah, I made the water smoke to have a hint box here, but this just to show for myself that there is some kind of effect going on over there. And this is just light which I placed. The simple textures and editing the shapes with using the vertex editor is over here, and I'm gonna go over the vertex editor in a moment because that's actually a very important thing. And then we have the fall water stuff here. Like if we take open here, you can see that we have enabled light, so it's emitting the light. So it's just the brush itself is emitting slight amounts of light. I've given it 256, which is a very tiny amount. For example, if it was pure light, that would be huge. Or huge. But anyway, there is like that. It's just something that is shows as a bright waterfall. And we have transparent, it's flowing. I enabled water search so that it looks like it's nicer, and the content is flat and it's going down and so on. I've rotated the texture slightly so that it actually looks like it's flowing down instead of, you know, flowing somewhere. This rotation thing can be slightly difficult to understand at first, but trust me, it's gonna make sense. And then we have the light color, which is this thing here. I've enabled it for it and so on, yeah. And what else? We could make a... Actually, I don't know. I went so far ahead, you know, like I just say that there's no much point in continuing with this thing anymore. Like, we could continue and do some stuff here. We have like the pipes here. There are several different ways to do pipes. Like, for example, this is one of the ways to do it. Like, this is what I use usually, so that I make these kinds of, you know, shapes here, and then I just drag them because, you know, if you make a pipe like the way it's intended to be made in this editor, it's going to be just huge fuck up. I guarantee it. It's much easier to do it on your own, like that way. And what else? We made some skybox changes here, like you can see it. It's like we have cliffs and shit, so it looks like more natural room. This was supposed to be like another block of concrete or something and stuff. And yeah, I have a texture fuck up here, which you can see. Just a moment. Like this. This is texture fuck up. We should actually change it to something. I don't know. What's this? It's self-fill OS. So let's change it to that. I don't understand why the texture filtering thing doesn't always work. Like if I... Like it should work like this, but... It's just one of those things in IonRadiant. Okay, let's look at manually. There. Now it has the correct texture applied to it. Same here, we are pressing Ctrl-Shift just to select that one surface and nothing else. Let's see. Here we go. Well, it's not perfectly aligned, but you know, doesn't matter. Just that. Oops. The illusion, making the illusion is one of the probably most important things. For example, here we can use a transparent textures. So we have the alpha gen enabled here as a flag. And then we have translucent enabled. Well, translucent is probably not required here, it's just the alpha channel which is required. The content flag is just that I put it there just to be sure that it works on the first go, because I didn't really test this map at all. Just put it there. And what else? These things here. We don't actually need these things here, we could just, you know, for example, if we have the light here, we could just toggle the flare, and then we don't need separate flare cubes like these light flares. We don't need separately these things. But it's useful in certain scenarios. For example, if you might just make a huge, absolutely huge light. I'm just gonna enable these things just for fun. We don't need these things. Just bullshit. now I'm gonna lift this up a little bit. Oh. That's nice. It's too much. Doesn't visible, isn't visible, isn't visible, okay. Then we save this thing. Okay, let's compile the map. Actually, let's do a test. Is it full rad? Just a moment. Yeah, I don't even remember my own patches anymore. The full rad is not an option available for you guys. You can just use the full. I'm just making a test for myself. Just for fun. Oh, and it compiled. That's a good thing. Holy shit! Oh, this could be interesting. I seriously need to fucking. Oh yeah, you guys probably want to see this as well. So I have like the developer mode enabled here. You can type developer and then you can do stuff with it if you want to have messages like about various things. I don't know. Like do this. Then we load the map. Actually, there's well, I can think about those catching options later, but there is supposed to be like some kind of options which enable you to do slightly real-time editing in your map. Ooh. 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 Where's the fuck up over there? Ooh, 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 ooh. So good. So good. Just look at these shadows. Just look at these shadows. So good. So what I've been playing around lately is that there is a utility called ArcRad, which is a replacement for QRad 3, which comes with Daikatana's own toolset, and it enables slightly better shadows and slightly better lighting and such things, because you know these lights and shadows in these maps are pre-calculated data which is calculated during the compilation process, so that when you're actually running the game you don't have to do this shit. But fuck this shit, like I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. Let's go ahead and make a new map. Something like this. And by the way, if you're wondering why the autosaving now works, it's because I actually had a fuck up in my instructions. So I think it's important to go through it right now. So if you have, you know, when you have, you know, you have the settings pre-approach, just a moment. You can see it here. So please use the just one slash dash. Yeah. It's actually, I think it's because, in Windows, DOS-based Windows, is like Windows 95, 98, Windows ME and so on, you would have to type double dashes so that it would make one dash or something in the batch files. That's why they, in the official Daikatana documentation had that shit. But yeah, let's pick up some textures. I probably want to do the jail this time because it has those cool circular object things, and we can enable have like transparent textures and such things. And what else? What should we do? So I usually start by just getting some ideas through. Like we could do this, and I usually also want to have the player start box so that I can kind of have a rough estimate on the scale of things. Like that. Now we can some kind of small estimate of that. And let's make a box. Actually, let's make some kind of starting area. Let's make it slightly bigger. 3 and yeah, that's pretty good. That's also pretty good. And we don't actually need that. So we do need that. Hey, this looks nice. I'm not gonna go through the dynamic doors and shit in this fucking video, at least not yet. Because they take, well, they are not complex, but they are still kind of complex. Now we can start creating. See, yeah, that's nice. Let's have the player box face the actual direction. Actually, it's wrong direction now. Let's see. Check the arrow. Yes, that's correct. To have the proper thing here, and let's add some weapons here. Well, like we probably want to have, well, no shockwave, that's just bullshit. But Sidewinder is a pretty fun weapon to use, and let's give it ammunition for it. Then let's give it body armor. Blaster is going to be sufficient. We have this room here now. What to do here? Let's make something cool. Like now we have this basic starting area and stuff. Let's see. Let's give a let's give it an invest sink. That sounds funny. Funny if enough, at least in my opinion. We have a slight issue here. Let's do it so that these things are matched with the grid. And what else? Let's make an introduction to advanced shapes here. So we can draw shit like this and do these things, but if we want to do, you know, far advanced shapes, like let's say triangulars, cyclones and such things, we could do this. Let's give a slightly smaller scale like that, yeah. We could draw some stuff and have these primitives options here, and we can choose how many sides we want like this. That's it. It's like that. Or we could, you know, have a cone like this. Let's give it slightly bigger like this. You can see it creates those things. Or we could do cylinder, like you can see here. And we are actually going to use the cylinder option here to create a platform, and we could also do steps, like you can see here. That's pretty small. Let's make much bigger, because I like big things. That's what she says. 16:8 step width, smooth. I know, align with edge, step thickness, number of turns. 8. Oops. I created something stupid. Still something stupid. I should actually learn to use these utilities. I haven't done all that much stuff in this editor, so I usually make my own steps, like just driving shit like this. And then I make steps. Lol, that's it, steps. But for this thing we want to do something bigger. Let's go full stupid with this thing. 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's bring it down. So what we are gonna do with this Oni-chan? Let's take cylinder, sides. Well, fuck, 16 is enough. Thickness 8. Align with edge. Ooh, nice. Nice, 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 nice. So nice. Then we are going to use the CGI subtract. And now you can see why most people don't use CGI subtract for anything. It just fucks things up like this. That's maybe so bad that I don't know if I can even use it. Let's try out. Delete this shit. Delete that shit. Well, I don't know. It looks okay. It looks alright. Let's use it. It's gonna be epic. Okay. I'm gonna back it off a little bit. Okay, this looks nice. Let's make a wall for it. That's interesting. It didn't do full. That's fine. What's with the meat grinder here? Meat grinder hero. Oops. And we have half like nope. So much more better. Oops, this is gonna be maybe slightly too big area, I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be huge. Actually, just got a great idea. Actually, we don't need to do this bullshit. Let's just do all the walls we just up there we have created here are going to assist us. Like this space. Just place them back on and then lift up. like this. Okay, nice. Then we take this and start vertexing it. Actually, this is maybe slightly too large. Okay, this is better. This is gonna be press E. One, two, three, four, five, six. Well, technically it doesn't have to be like that. That's enough. Then we take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough. Okay. I want to twist this one as well, so okay, we need to get in the business of doing unpleasant things. Okay. Now if we go to look over here, you can see that it's just this kind of wall from the outside. But this enables us to do bullshit shit like this. We can just lift it up like this. And what it will look like, it will look like this. By the way, you could also do it from here, but it's gonna be much more difficult to control actually where it will end up, so I don't really recommend doing it, but you could if you wanted to. Then press E to cancel it out. We can have our nice roof. Same thing here, E, drag from the corners, it will look like this. Then back here, press E, oops, wrong angle. Sometimes that happens. I probably did that mistake just myself as well just now. Then we drag it out like this. Okay. This is so nice. What we need to do here, well, let's break the shape, just because we can't break the shape. It's gonna look fun, fantastic. You should usually try to break the shape in one way or another. It makes much better looking maps, if not anything else. I mean, we could do this like this. Now we have our perfect roof. But it's not very interesting to look at it, so maybe something else. Like this, for example. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. But I still want to have the proper edges like this, yeah. And what we could do next is build some kind of cool skybox here. Like I just talked about yesterday with my friend about this stuff. Building a nice skyboxes can be tedious stuff, especially in Daikatana, but also in Half-Life and other games. It's not Daikatana specific thing, it's about the Quake 2 engine, or Quake engine in general, before Quake. Actually, all the Quake games which are worthwhile to mention. Well, maybe Quake 4. That's where building the skybox is not as tedious and stuff. But yeah, we can do things. Yes, we can. Perfect. Okay. Next. Oops. The window is pretty small. Like you've seen, I'm recording this in 720p resolution, so it's like... That's stupid big. Stupidly large. It's enough. Hope it's enough. I'm hoping that this won't leak. Then we can make some kind of rails here. Oh, over there. So I'm trying to build some kind of canal here. It doesn't need to be a very large, just something to show that there is a details here which you can do and build and stuff. Because the details, devil is in the details, that's what matters most. It doesn't even have to be all that great, because the player is going to look down from here, from the up, and that's what they're going to be seeing is like very limiting factor of this stuff. Let's use the rails here like this. Yeah, that's nice. Let's mark them alpha channel like this, and then copy the whole selection smaller and some kind of metal edge like this. Doesn't actually even matter what it is, just something. Just something is enough. Okay, looks nice. Then we take all these things and mark them up to skyboxes. Where is this? We don't even need a sky texture. Does this map even have a sky texture? I think we don't even need the sky texture, you know, just to have the sky, have the sky there, but it would be interesting. Nope, this map does not have a skybox. We can use the E1M1 sky. I hope. Well, yeah, fuck it. Let's make it a hint and fucking sky. Oh, we have fucking sky. Done. What to do here? We have these edges. Like this. Good. Now select them all. Like this. So nice. And let's go down. Double them up and make a selection here. It's slightly off the base, so just exactly middle like this should fit nicely. If you take from the edge and make some kind of mistake, just don't let off the mouse, because we don't have a back feature, you know, Control C, you cannot undo changes in this editor. Like you can see, there's no undo option. And now that we are here, now we could decide where to go. Let's make some kind of center point. Lower it, you know, lower it down, like use some kind of nice texture for it. What wood should we use? What should we use? Where's that bloody shit? That was pretty funny. Texture. Not this one, but well, this one is okay. Just wrong side, guess. I'm not even sure anymore what we are doing here. Let's go 512. It's certainly nice. Just huge. We take the lower parts of here, drag them like this. Now let's use this editor here, and I fucked it up. And I fucked it up. I fucked it up so hard. Oh. That should be okay, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm constantly tracking them from the wrong places. Actually, it doesn't matter at the moment what parts I'm tracking, as long as I'm tracking them correctly. From the bottom up. Oh, okay. If you say so. It also came from nicely. Yeah, likewise. Good enough, I suppose. Halfway there. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. Oops. Ooh. Here we go. It doesn't matter if they're not exactly over there, but you know, try to get close enough. That's what's important. To begin with, the central piece is not probably exactly in the right position, so yeah. I think we are there. Yeah. Okay. How long this been? 48 48 minutes of bullshit. Okay. What should I do next? Let's do this. Now that we have these blocks over here. Guess what? We are gonna make them transparent. But hey, there's nothing underneath them. Well, that's true. We are gonna build something here next time. But not yet. And we're also gonna get water flowing down from here. All the way down here. And we are gonna build a bottom floor. Or something. Let's save this. See you next time.